on Sports Saturday. Batten down the hatches. It's time for 15 minutes of sports. We check in on Bama softball. Alexis Osorio was chopping down Washington batters like apple trees. We would never tell a lie. Would the Tide be perfect on the way to Sunday?
As long as it happens, I don't care when.
We have the recap. Plus, could Bama baseball open up the doors with one win to play in the SEC tournament?
Zero tolerance for missteps.
That's right, Justin. We won't mess up. We've got it all. Legends, horses, Avery, Justin, me and Jen.
Great kid, both of them.
Thanks, Coach. We've got you covered, and we start right now. That's right. Hold your applause because it's time to watch Avery Johnson throw a first pitch, overhanded this time. And guess what? He brought the heat. The A game right down the middle. I believe they call that in baseball a strike. Now, would he give the Tide a little luck against the Vanderbilt Commodores? We have that answer coming up. Welcome in, everyone, to Sports Saturday. I'm BJ, she's Jen, and we are ready to go. We hope you are too. It's regional time for Alabama softball.
And Alabama had no problem with Fairfield on Friday, but now it's former national champion stepping up to the plate in the Washington Huskies from the Pac-12. So to the Rhodes House we go. Senior infielder Danae Hayes, well, she had a 2-run shot yesterday. Let's make it back-to-back games with a homer. This one giving the Tide a 2-0 lead in the second inning. And then just a few batters later, Haley McClenny, she went over the fence yesterday. She does it again today. So Bama goes up 4-0. Marissa Home Runyon living up to her name, bases loaded, and she unloads. Grand slam for her. She now has 75 RBIs on the season, third in Alabama's history for single season RBIs. Bama shuts out Washington 9-0. SEC Freshman of the Year Alexis Osorio, allowing just one hit, facing 16 batters. And WVUA sports correspondent Zach Tigert was at the Rhodes House for the Tide's big win, and he has more on Bama's 1-2 punch of Osorio and Runyon in this report.
The Crimson Tide defeated the Washington Huskies 9-0 Saturday afternoon in just 5 innings thanks to Marissa Runyon, who launched her 18th home run of the year, and it was a big one, a grand slam. Runyon says that hitting has been a point of emphasis for Alabama in practice.
We've done it this whole week in practice. It's been a game at the end of practice where we're just trying to pass the ball down and hit it hard. That's been our goal, hit the ball hard. If it gets caught, it gets caught. If it's a base hit, it's a base hit. So that's been the goal, and we're getting better and better with bases loaded, getting RBIs.
Runyon had an RBI earlier in the game as well, giving her 75 on the season, which is the third highest single-season total for an Alabama player in program history.
It's really cool to know I'm up there with some of the greatest players in Alabama's history. So it's fun and it's an honor.
Consistent hitting wasn't the only key to success today for Alabama. Freshman Alexis Osorio was in the circle, and she was dominant, making her NCAA postseason debut. She struck out 9 Huskies en route to the victory.
Great game by Lexi. One Texas leaguer away from a perfect game. Just an awesome performance by a freshman in her first NCAA appearance.
Just trying to go at them, make them get themselves out on my pitches. And coming out today, I felt really nice and loose. My body felt great. I knew the beginning of the game it was going to be a great game.
Alabama will face the winner of the losers bracket tomorrow as the regional continues, and Coach Murphy says his squad is up to the task.
We know whoever it is tomorrow, it's going to be a tough game. So we're not expecting that sort of game. It's going to be a whoever it is, it's going to be a tough opponent, and we'll be ready to go.
In Tuscaloosa, Zach Tigert, WVUA Sports.
And Alabama will face Washington again tomorrow as the Huskies topped USC upstate 9-1 in the elimination game. Game time is set for noon. Well, the Alabama baseball team didn't have to wait another day to find out their postseason fate. A win today would get them in, but Vanderbilt won the first 2 games of the series.
That's right. So a little tension at the Met today. What would they do? And Jen, it was called a pitcher's duel. That's what they call it when the pitchers are doing well. But the Dores had the bases loaded in the 5th. Dansby Swanson, what a name. What a line shot, though. Right there, the hot corner. Kyle Overstreet makes the play. Crisis averted. Cody Henry is going to step to the plate in the 6th for the Tide, and he's going to get the single. Look, a little golf shot. Looked like a little chip. He gets that one down, brings home Georgie Salem. Bama up 1-0. And guess what? That is all Bama would need Thomas Burrows in to close it out with some help from Cody O. Henry. Watch him. Nice catch right here to end the game. He's got it. Bama wins 1-0. 4 pitchers hold the doors to just 5 hits. The Tide clinches the 11 seed in the SEC tournament. They're going to open up bright and early Tuesday morning, breakfast baseball they call it, 9:30 against Ole Miss at the Hoover Met.
Well, high school softball state tournament concluded today. Hale County wins 3A title. Northside finishes runner-up in 4A. And after last year's runner-up finish for Hillcrest, they make an early exit in a double elimination game. So congrats to all the state champs in Montgomery this week. And congrats to you, because guess what? There's more Sports Saturday on the way.
That's right, more. And a couple of Alabama basketball legends are going to react to Avery Johnson hiring at Alabama as they enter the Hall of Fame. Plus, former Tide fullback Jalston Fowler sizing up his first couple of days in Titans rookie camp. How's he holding up? Hear from him next on Sports Saturday.
A downpour today at the Preakness in Baltimore. Kentucky Derby winner American Pharoah, unfazed by the treacherous conditions, dominated the race from start to finish, winning by 7 lengths, and now has an attempt at the elusive Triple Crown with the Belmont Stakes in June. The Triple Crown hasn't happened since 1978. So thoroughbreds there, and some guys looking to become prize pieces of their NFL team's rookie class.
That's right. They want to be affirmed
first, yeah.
Several more NFL teams kicked off rookie camps this week, including the Washington Redskins for former Crimson Tide offensive lineman Ari Kwanjo. It's a homecoming. He played his high school ball in D.C., and now he hopes to stick around a little while in the NFL. His new coach sized up he and fellow SEC alum Matt Jones. So far, Jay Gruden likes what he sees.
Kwanjo is a detailed guy. He loves football, man. He practices hard. He wants to hear every ounce of criticism, every ounce of coaching that he can get, and he tries to translate that onto the next rep. And a great kid, both of them. But, you know, for the first 3 practices, I don't want to sound overly optimistic, but I am with those 2 guys. They've done some good things.
That's some great praise. Another guy looking to make an NFL roster is Jalston Fowler. He was picked by the Titans in the 4th round of the draft. He hopes to carve out a niche in Nashville. He says he loves the physicality of the fullback position, but he's not just another fullback.
I love it because, like I said, it makes the defense stay very honest. And for you can just go up field and knock a guy out when they don't expect him to run. Yeah, I'm just not a traditional fullback. I mean, I can play a little running back, and I can line up in different spots and give you a mismatch all over the field. So that's the biggest thing for me.
And tomorrow we'll hear from Gruden again on the progress of Blake Sims. He says some good things about the former BMS signal caller.
That's right. And, you know, when guys have success on the field at Alabama, sometimes they end up enshrined. And for several former Alabama athletes, that was the case tonight in Birmingham. The Alabama Sports Hall of Fame inducted its 2015 class. That class includes several ex-Tide stars, including national championship winning quarterback Jay Barker.
It's a great honor. I mean, being a kid from Birmingham, Alabama, and come back here, move back here, and pretty much from high school, Little League, college, even 1 year in the XFL here in Birmingham, I've played every single level of football in the state. So that's unique. Doing a sports talk show, owned an arena football team down in Mobile for a while. So for me, I feel like that I've kind of experienced sports in all ways, and now to get a chance to be a part of this is just amazing.
2 former Crimson Tide basketball stars also were inducted tonight. Derek McKee and Enos Watley both enjoyed long NBA careers after their time in Tuscaloosa. Both crossed paths with Tide coach Avery Johnson, and they both liked the hire, even though McKee had an interesting initial reaction.
When I stopped laughing, because Avery and I go back to when he played for Seattle when he first came in the league. So we got a little history, so we go back a long ways. I think it's a great hire. Avery's a great guy, a good coach, and I think he'll do well.
I know him very well. Avery and I, when I played in the NBA, we kind of was battling for the same job a long time. But I believe he would do real well because you know, he's such a feisty little general and everything, and he's a great personality, you know, and I think he's a perfect hire for the job at Alabama because, you know, recruitment and just his experience in the NBA, I think he'll do a great job.
Here's the entire class, names like Evander Holyfield, former SEC commish Mike Slive, and longtime Crimson Tide Sports Network host Tom Roberts. Congrats to everyone on the list, and we have more Sports Saturday, so stay with us.
It wasn't exactly like last Saturday when former Bama golfer Justin Thomas set records on the course. Well, today at the Wells Fargo Championship at Quail Hollow, he sunk 5 birdies and 2 eagles in round 3. Pretty good. That leaves him at 9 under and tied for 6th. Too bad Rory McIlroy set a course record today with a scorching 61. That's big time.
What a show off.
I know, right? Men's golf team will not be three-peating, unfortunately. J.C. Wells Group finished 7th in the Noblesville Regional today. That ends their run, but what a run it was. A runner-up finish in 2012, followed by 2 straight national titles. Nothing to be disappointed about there.
And no one is really disappointed when you get to play golf on a Saturday, right?
That's nice.
The PGA Champions Tour continued today, and it was a Regions tradition. A tight contest in Birmingham continued between Keith Sutherland and Jeff Maggart. Came in tied today. Sutherland finished 3 under 68, while Maggart would string together 2 birdies on the final 2 holes to take a 1-stroke lead heading into the final round tomorrow. So we'll have the winner tomorrow on Sports Sunday.
That's right. We'll also know if Alabama softball is going to be moving on to a super regional against possibly Oklahoma, and we'll have one-on-one with Jen and Pat Murphy. So that's really timely stuff. Hopefully Coach Murphy is in a good mood.
Great mood. We got tons of answers.
Well, he's going to be in a great mood because it's not live, but
yeah, that's
depending on what happens. But yeah, it's going to be good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. Tune in tomorrow, 10:13, Sports Sunday.